Hi guys, my name is Stacy Lay. I am a homemaker and soon to be published author. And what you may already know since you found this site is I actually have IC. It's interstitial cystitis. It's a condition that I've had my entire life. I've always been known as Stacy, the one with the weak bladder. It was a condition that I thought was in my head for a very long time. But I did finally get my diagnosis a year ago, and it's been something that I've been able to manage with medication, diet, as well as just doing lots of meditation, uh, physical therapy for the condition that happened because of my IC, which is pelvic floor dysfunction, lots of stretching, and fortunately enough, I'm able to control my condition. But there are a few things that aren't so well known on the net, and I've been reading tons of books. I've looked at so many wonderful websites. The IC Network is a brilliant resource. Just so many resources out there for you to look at, and I recommend getting as much knowledge as you can and definitely following the IC diet. But I want to tell you a little bit about what happened to me. After my diagnosis, I stopped eating all the foods that I couldn't eat. Um, and I was huge into eating lots of fruits and lots of vegetables. I love oranges and strawberries, kiwis. I was getting a lot of my nutrition that way, and obviously with IC, I was suffering for it. So after my diagnosis, I lived on Cheerios. Naturally, my hair started falling out in clumps. I thought it was because of my Elmiron, or Elmaron, however you pronounce it. I take it once a day. Um, but that wasn't the case. I wasn't getting the nutrition, the nutrients, and the vitamins that I needed. And having IC, it was also very hard for me to find a vitamin that was okay without causing me pain. And those of you with IC also know what that's like, to just be in pain and crying and feeling the urge and not being able to go to the bathroom. It's not fun, and it can make it where you are chained to the bathroom. Now, I'm not saying that my case is worse than yours or your case is worse than mine or uh, anything of the sort. I think every person with IC is completely different. But what I do want to recommend, and I have found this through my IC support group, if you can go to an IC support group, I definitely recommend it. It's great to find other people with more knowledge. Maybe they've been diagnosed longer, lived with this a little bit longer, and also if you can bring your support team, your family, the friends, the people that are there with you when you are suffering. If you can take them to the meeting as well, so they also understand this is not in my head. This is a true condition. My bladder is very sick, and I'm not alone. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience. My first trip to the IC support group here in Dallas, where I live, was a bit shocking and eye-opening. I was living on Cheerios, as I said. My hair was falling out. I was not in a good place. And in walks the founder, Beth Ann, and she is drinking a Pepsi. A Pepsi, of all things. Me, if I were to drink a Pepsi, would be in the bathroom for days crying in misery and wondering why God, you know. But then I was told a little bit about this miracle stuff This is called Calci Blend. This is the biggest size they have. They have it on calciblend.com, calciblend.com. I ordered the small one. It's called Coffee Tamer. And what you do is you can put it on your food or in your beverage, and it allows you to have a normal diet. It takes 90% of the acidity out of food. There's not a person with IC that this does not help. I agree, medications are totally different for different people. Not every medication helps me. I've been through several medications and suffered through it for the full month or 2-month trial that they wanted me to take it, until I just couldn't stand it anymore, and found other medications that work. But this is not a medication. This is a food additive. Has no flavor. It doesn't take away from any of the taste of the food. But the simple joy of eating an apple or a tomato, I can't explain it. For those of you also on the IC diet, you will want to know, still, you want to avoid soy. You want to avoid MSG at all cost. Those will still be bothersome, even with the Calci Blend. Now, this specific size, there you go, it's quite a big size. This one's $72 with taxes and shipping. It does last about 2 months. I know that can be kind of expensive for us, but it gives me a life. It gives me my Mexican food, my barbecue back. I'm a Texan, so I can't live without my enchiladas and my barbecue. I can't do it. I've got to have my barbecue sauce. It's in my veins. So probably why I have IC. But this is definitely a lifesaver. I cannot say enough about it. They do have a pill form. I can't say that I've tried it. Some other members of my IC group have, and it's worked for them. I prefer to put this directly on the source. It is better than the Pre-Leaf. I've tried Pre-Leaf, and it didn't really affect me at all. I just never really went beyond the means of my IC diet. And again, how much acid are you going to get from Cheerios? So, for those of you that want a life and want to experience foods that you miss, please try this. I mean, they have the small one. They have the little coffee tamer that I carry with me in my purse. I just refill it from the big one. They also send you little small ones with this to take with you for on the go. And I carry it with me everywhere. I use it when I go out to eat. I sprinkle it on everything. No one says anything. That was my biggest fear, is, oh, the waiter's going to come over and say, what are you putting on our food? What are you doing? And no one said a thing. So I sprinkle it on everything. I think people think I'm on that Sensa diet, but I don't care. I have a life, and I have a quality of life, and that was missing for so long, and I cannot say enough. But the little one is only $16 and change, maybe up to $20 with shipping. I don't remember. It's been about 6 months since I first started, and I eat tomatoes on a daily basis, so I can't say enough. And I really hope that you try it, and that you have as wonderful results as I've had, as my IC group has had. So happy eating, bon appetit, and we'll see you soon.